1 week after burying her husband of 43 years, Myrtle was told to pack her bags. Her own son and his greedy wife stood in the her living room, and told her the house was never hers to begin with. But what they didn't know was that Myrtle had one last move, and when she played it, it burned their entire world to the ground. If you've ever felt powerless, if someone ever tried to erase you like you didn't matter, this story will hit home. Tap that like button, subscribe, and buckle in. Because Myrtle's revenge, it's the kind that makes you want to cheer out loud. Myrtle had just laid her husband Harold to rest. 43 years of love, partnership, and building a home together, all buried with a headstone and a few fading flowers. She was still sleeping on his side of the bed, clinging to his shirts that still smelled like him. So when her son Eric and his wife Dana came over, she thought they were bringing food, maybe checking in on her. What she got instead felt like another funeral, this time for her dignity. "I think it's time you started thinking about your next steps," Dana said coldly. Standing in the very kitchen Myrtle had cooked countless Sunday dinners in, Eric didn't even look her in the eye, just crossed his arms. "The house is technically in my name now. Dad put it in the trust before he passed. It was just easier that way. So, we'll need you in 2 weeks." Myrtle blinked out. "This is my home." Dana gave a fake sympathetic smile. "It was, sweetie. But we need the space. We're planning on remodeling. Besides, a retirement home might be easier for you." Myrtle couldn't breathe. Her own son, her flesh and blood, treating her like some old chair that didn't match the decor. But she didn't scream. She didn't cry. She just nodded slowly. 2 weeks, she whispered. For the next 13 days, Myrtle played the role of the defeated widow. She packed her things, smiled when Dana offered her a brochure for Sunset Acres. She watched Eric bring over a contractor to get a quote on ripping out that old tile. She even offered them coffee. But behind closed doors, Myrtle was digging. See, Myrtle wasn't just Harold's wife. She'd been his partner in everything, including the family finances. And unlike Eric and Dana, Myrtle had a spine made of steel and a memory like a vault. She remembered the trust papers. She remembered why the house was put under Eric's name, for tax purposes only. It was a conditional transfer, with one very important clause. If Myrtle, the surviving spouse, was ever removed from the home against her will, the ownership would revert to her immediately. And guess who still had the signed, notarized paperwork in her filing cabinet? So on the 14th day, while Eric and Dana were picking out new wallpaper samples, Myrtle walked into a lawyer's office. 3 hours later,